Welcome back once again. WeArEuS, and this beautiful, beautiful site is brought to you courtesy of the First Pothead, otherwise known as Cake. So, last episode we did 3 side missions, I believe. Killed everyone and everything and looked good while doing it. That is an undeniable fact. Alas, all that remains... Yeah, we didn't do this. We have one more, apparently. And we're on par with it. Because I've... Oh, right. By the way, so things have changed just a little bit. If you'll take a look at the armor really quickly, you'll see that I swapped out the headgear and switched it to the Bard's headband because I wanted more armor. Now my health is still really, really low, but we now have 3,237 armor. I figured it would be better to swap to chest armor. That way I get more defense. And while I was at it, I upgraded the levels of these other ones and rerolled stats where I could be bothered. So that came out really nicely and gave us a pretty good total. I also gave myself some extra stats. My stamina recovery rate had plummeted with the last setup I had of gear stats, I guess I'll call them. I had to fix that. So now we're back up to 290% stamina recovery rate. While we aren't injured, we also get a bonus 80%, which doesn't really matter. I mean, the 10% of that is cool. Everything after that, I don't care about. Our dodge stamina cost, I don't know how that's changed. It might be negligible in the end. The stamina damage, being the most important thing here, is at a nice, clean 45%. We don't see that 0.5. We just don't. Shh. Don't say it. You'll notice our attack damage is so much higher than it was last episode. Last episode, I believe... I actually don't know. I have no idea what it was. See, what happened is that I changed the proficiency scaling. Actually, what happened before that was that I found a gleamstone that possessed strength scaling and proficiency scaling at B+, which just means more of everything that you love, namely damage. Plus, instead of getting conditional attack damage, I just gave the weapon raw attack damage. I went for that wherever I could until I just about ran out of lacrima. You'll see we have no extra gear aside from stuff that's locked, and I don't know why that is. So, I turned everything into lacrima and spent it re-rolling stats. Now, this would be a pretty bad idea if I were going to play New Game Plus, but I'm not. So, why not go all in here and now? I mean, it's near the end of the game anyway, right? Anyway, we have 25% damage increase, and then on top of that, a further damage multiplier that is now at a nice and comfy 10.5%. Could it be higher? Probably. I don't have the Lacrima to re-roll it, or re-roll for those stats. So deal with it. Guard penetration is a set effect. None of the rest of that stuff matters. Then we have the extra bit from attack direction. We have an extra damage increase of 6.9% when we attack the enemy from the front, pushing us up to a creamy 32%. From there, if we were so inclined to not attack the enemy from the front, but from the back, we would instead get a 5.5% damage multiplier increase, pushing our damage multiplier up to 16%, which, I mean, it's not 20, but it's higher than 10 by a significant margin in addition. On top of that, though, our damage increase is further boosted by 20%, pushing us up to what could have been so beautiful if only I had 5% more damage increase. Instead, we have the rather pitiful 45% if we attack the enemy from behind. Then there's also the stamina status, where if we're above 50% stamina, we have just a nice, clean 5.8% extra damage multiplier whenever we hit them with anything. I don't like that, and I want to change that to anything but that. Primarily, I'm interested in getting that to just be a general damage multiplier increase. But yeah, it's looking good. I don't know how it'll feel, all told, but honestly, we are just generically more generically or generally? I think generally. We are just generally more powerful than we were last episode. And I hope it looks and feels like it too. Let's get stuck in. I did not anticipate down. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't any loot back there. You know how I feel about missing loot. I'm assuming we're going to be fighting abominations here, because this is Ozma's, I guess, toy factory of sorts. Plague cleanse potion. That does not bode well for us, does it? Better go ahead and defensively add that. Hey there, fella. Nothing to say? Alright, I'm going to go touch this wall then. this. I tried to use Shadow Strike in the corner there, and as usual, it just wouldn't let me have any fun. Oh, we're doing this again. Even though I say again, it's been a... I'm not happy to see that guy, that's for sure. Even though I say again, it's been a while since we've had to deal with something like that. Hey! What is that sound? It sounds like something's following me. I hate that. That isn't even worth it. You know that, right? What is this? What is this sound I'm hearing? You hear that, right? That is incredibly unnerving. And only because I have so little HP to give. Last thing I want is to get one shot because I didn't notice something. Oh, good, he didn't notice. And he never will. That must have been very confusing for that skull, by the way. I don't see... I don't see the trigger. Ah, there it is. Wow, it's right in the middle, too. Ooh, that's not great. Oh, come on. It's not him. Ugh. Well, I hate all of that. I had no way to react to that. It was partly because I was so focused on what I was going to do next in order to seal the deal that I just wasn't really paying attention to what he was doing. I could have easily guarded those 2 hits, but I think a third one would have just left me stunned, I'm pretty sure. Freaking... I mean, I was quite literally spamming the dodge button to get out of the way. And it just wouldn't... I don't understand why... I don't understand what's going on there. Because it's not like it's the first time something like that has happened. Okay. Hey! Watch out because that other one teleports. I don't know where that skull was going. Okay, this leads down to where that trap is. It's not that far, but I'm not going to waste the health. And yeah, I know we don't actually need this, but it's not like I use the goddamn things anywhere else. Also, no. Water gem value, anyone? He was an undead. Oh. Well, ate all of that. I was going to complain about standing in blood causing plague, but then... makes sense. Especially if you think of the plague as just getting the ick. Where is it? I don't think I can craft those. That's all that was in there. Something's going to appear, right? I really thought they were going to send something out here to start shooting at me, so I'd have to wade through the frickin' plagued blood in order to reach it. We don't need that trouble. Oh. I guess I didn't press the button fast enough. I got it wrong. My mistake. I'm pretty sure I never saw the large spirit ore there for crafting. But it's not like it matters. We can only carry one of the thing. Do we even have... Nope. I don't even have any stocked because For some reason, Spiridor does not restock itself, even though everything... Whoa! Even though everything else does. Shortcut activated. Let's check the stat for this Gleamstone. Alright, if I choose to swap to one of the other weapons for whatever reason, which would be extremely weird at this point, I now have the scaling in my favor. I don't hate it. Though I really do wish... Maybe they only drop with higher scaling in New Game Plus and beyond. Did we check everything first? That looks like a no. Where am I? I was expecting to run into the plagued blood, but it's not that way. It has to be this way then, right? What? No, that's not it either. That, but that's okay, there it is. Now I know that we've been everywhere. We can go this way. I thought his shield will save him. Tisk, tisk, tisk. So? Me first. All right, an extra heal. I don't hate that. Got the Jarling. Gleamstone was in the room with it, that's why. I don't see anything. That worries me. far, far away from the Blade Nexus, though we do have the shortcut. It's not great. Also, hey! Well, I'm thinking about it, since I know I'm dealing with the undead. You know what? That's super unfortunate for you. Alright, absolute silence. We love it. I saw for a mere moment, gotta check that we had... I saw for a mere moment that my health was at about 30%, which is basically instant death for me. I got hit by fodder, by the way. Just trash. Not even one of the ones that had the greatsword, just regular old doo-doo enemies. Whose bright idea was this? Yours or the devs? This was never going to work. Well, let's get on with it. I think I'd probably be better off just equipping those, but no, 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 no. Just go around so I can cheese it. I only get one of them. Never mind me being wrong. Alright, come on, let's do this dance. Oh, okay. That was over a lot faster than I expected. Guard pin is so good. What? I step on a spine? What the frick? Sure was crunchy. Well, I'm glad we didn't have to deal with whatever garbage they had set up here. Trying to watch for secrets, but doesn't really seem that feasible. At least not with the camera sensitivity being where it is, which I happen to like. It's just fast enough. And as always, we just go ahead and take a little sip of lacrima. And we go about our business. What is that buff down there supposed to be? I guess that's probably the recovery from being unscathed. Don't worry, we'll get rid of that real quick. Spiders, then? No, abominations. Though there probably will still be spiders. There are always spiders. Well. Come on. That could have looked so much cooler if it had gone the way I wanted. There are a lot of these rat bastards in here. I really don't like how the buff one is over there. I get it when them being buffed like that makes sense in that area where it was possible. But it being here is odd. What? That was a goddamn worm. Let me tell you, I am not at all confident that I would have checked that body. I cannot honestly tell you that I would have checked it before running up to it. And of all things, being underground, yeah, I should be especially suspicious when we're underground. But I'm thinking back on when I saw it, and you will have noticed, I just walked right past it. No fear of the AoE of triggering a possible worm or anything. I just threw caution to the wind, apparently. You probably don't get just how mixed my emotions are on that. Well, once the secret's out, it's out for good, I guess. Whoop! Get some. Hey there, beautiful. What? What's weird is that That one buff is still down there, and I don't know what that... Oh, is that the lantern? Yeah, okay. We don't need it, but I like the light. The color and the brightness, they soothe me. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. They both have very delicious-looking backs. A back so nice, I kicked it twice. What if I just don't deal with you? Did I pick that other thing up? Because I don't remember. Did anyone catch the license plate of that item I just picked up? Because I saw nothing. Oh, right, that's where there used to be a worm. Ah, memories. Hey there! You know what's weird? That one enemy I had dead to rights with the backstab, and all we did was poke him. I mean, I had him dead to rights, no question about it. Behind him had the red marker and everything. But for some weird reason, I thought so. I'm so glad I have iframes on the attack after that brink dodge counter, I guess you could call it. I don't remember what its actual name is. Oh, there's two of the little bastards. What if? Okay. Whoop. That went a little weirdly. It's fine, though. It's fine, I'm fine, you're fine, probably. Well, that looks like a weird-shaped penis. Ribbed for her pleasure, apparently. Do you realize how late it was for me to check that? I've been suspicious of these everywhere up until now.
This way, quickly. Hide.
But I come down here and all of that just goes out of the window. I am ashamed. Alright, so what's going to happen here? I haven't seen hide nor hair of a spider. Devs be praised. Okay. Just let me do that. No, they did not. That is genuinely awful. Yeah, I want that back. It only works once. So which way do I need to go? That way. I can do that too, see? Mine's better than yours. It actually lands. God dang it. I shouldn't have been playing with my food, I guess. I just really wanted to use the concentrated fire essence, that's all. Now, ask yourselves, is it a gamble for me to not use the stone to recall my lacrima? Don't answer that right now. Ignore everything you just saw since I asked that question. Okay? Someone called this guy a fire type because he is weak to stone. Come on. Good lord. That needs a zoom out or something. I almost died. How far is my lacrima in here? Oh, it's only right there. Neat. What? I was fine, and then the game hitched, and I'm sure that was NVIDIA. I forgot how squishy that guy becomes when he's exhausted. Make sure we get this. I know it's not, but I don't trust it anyway.
Damn it! Lost her! It's all because of you, Pluvius.
Yeah, you and your terrible name. Hold on. Sure wish I could. There we go. I botched the timing. I don't know how you missed that. Dang it.
Lady Reese.
I barely got that done. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed trigger and X or square, depending on your preference of controller. It should have been shoulder button, not trigger. I could have died there. I don't know if he has... It didn't look like he had a counter for being stun locked for years on end, but I would have bet that he did, which is why I never let the chain go on more than 2 rounds. So just more than your 2 jump ins. If I do that, after the combo that follows that second one, I have to stop because I'm assuming he's going to have a counter that's more than a little painful. And probably will result in multiple hits if it involves his... I'm just going to call them phantoms. Forward, I guess? No? Is this the way I came? I don't know. Since they're facing that way, that has to be the entrance, and this has to be our goal. Oh, more junk from my pockets. Love that.
We walked through the palace gardens, trying to stay hidden from the court. He was deep in thought, talking about the things that were consuming him. He was convinced that with Hismar gone, the world would be a better place for all. Hismar was gone, but he was still in despair. To Ozma, the world was still filled with evil. Evil that humanity was to blame for. He became obsessed with finding ways to remove this evil from the world. Today is our wedding day, but the Emperor demands I become his concubine. We must escape. I'm going to tell Ozma right away. WeArEuS is the only one I can really trust right now.
Reese.
Someone pick up that phone. There is nothing you can ever say that will convince me that that sound was not that of a phone ringing. Worse still, a landline phone. Not a mobile phone, not a cell phone, a landline. Some of you don't even know what that is. Shame on you for being born too late. Right, buy stuff from him.
As a merchant.
Whoop, wait.
As a merchant.
Almost forgot the best one. Alright, so that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back, as always, with more. We're getting closer to killing, what's-his-face. Right. By the way, during that entire cutscene, it finally registered that someone's name was Reese, and I was looking, hoping, and praying there would just be some sort of a sentence or reference that I could use to turn on its head and referenced the single word pieces in conjunction with that name. And they gave me nothing to work with. I am beside myself in misery right now. Such a terrible joke, and I couldn't even capitalize on it. Shame on me. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.